not terrible. I was like,
I like it. I
not
like it.
terrible. Yeah. Well, welcome everybody back. This is well, I don't know when this is going to release. If I finish your division first, it will be I'll make sure to release this first. But this is my 32 fan series where I get to talk to 32 different fans from all 32 different NFL teams. This is my third year doing this, and I learned along the way. Getting people right after the draft, they're still super excited about their teams.
Hmm.
And they're still like, yes, we got it. We could do it. And so
Exactly.
I'm excited to talk to you now because I realized towards the end, people are like, I had a chance to research him. I don't like him. Like, so there's
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So I have Hard Chair. I'll let him introduce himself. You can introduce yourself however you want to introduce yourself. And then all your stuff will be in the comment section. And then as always, I always tell people like you have the questions. Nothing I'm going to say is going to trick you. So we're just having a conversation about the Super Bowl, Super Bowl, like
Champions.
82.
That's right. That's right. The Super Bowl champs.
Like, let's just
That's
go ahead and
right.
start the rumor now. Like, it feels like
Yeah.
we're right on cue.
But wait, you
Anyways,
threw me off. You threw questions. You sent questions?
yeah, you know
No, I'm
what?
just
Just make them
kidding.
up. Make them up. I was about to say, some people I trust to just like they're going to know the answer. So I
Correct.
always like prepare how you prepare. But anyways, for people that don't know you, I obviously know you, but let people know like who you are and what you do, where they can find you, all those good things.
All right. Well, I'm Hardball Harge. You can follow me on social media at Hardball Harge. I have a morning show with the world's strongest man and WWE Hall of Famer, the Mark Henry, and it's called The Morning Kickoff. You can listen to us Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. on AM 1300 The Zone, but always free on the iHeartRadio app. You can listen to our podcast. I also call Division I baseball games for SEC Network and ESPN. I've been doing that for a few years now, and the team that I call the most games for is the University of Texas Longhorns. And good year for Texas baseball. So far, so good. Good year for
Yeah.
Texas softball. And our station is the flagship station for the University of Texas. So if you want some Texas information, come holla at your boy.
Yeah. And I watch you on YouTube.
I
Like
appreciate that. Yes.
I watch YouTube because I get to see first of all, and it's just like I don't know why. I just have this thing where I just like to see people now. I don't know. Probably my
Yeah.
older age. I feel like I just heard my grandma in my head like I like to see people.
Exactly.
Well,
I get people that
but
FaceTime me and I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, they're
yeah,
like, no, I want to talk to you, man. And I'm like, no, 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 no. That's not what we do. Don't be FaceTiming
I
me.
love that. Well, so you are a Cowboys fan. For a lot of
For
people,
sure.
like I don't care if people want to know this or not, but I've probably known you for at this point, it feels like 10 years or something.
For
I
sure.
feel like everywhere that you talk sports, somehow I'm like, okay. And I'll somehow put it in my rotation. And so I appreciate that. And so you have always been a Cowboys fan. And I like to say you're an honest Cowboys fan. There's a lot of Cowboys fans, we know them, that are just
Right.
kind of like, yeah, we're so good, we're perfect. So I would love to know more about like how are you feeling right now as a Cowboys fan? Draft just happened. How are you feeling heading into the new season?
Well, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. This is the first time that I've had this much optimism. And the
Mm,
reason why I feel like there's a lot of optimism when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys is because of the moves that were made. And I'm not just talking about the draft, I'm talking about the coaching changes, the moves on the defensive side of the ball, the fact that we went and got somebody that was a young up and coming coach. Like, the nuances of the game has changed a lot. And if you go back and look at what the Cowboys were last year, they were an incredible offense but an atrocious defense. You can score 31 points in a game and lose the game because you gave up 32. And
hmm
so that was one of the biggest worries that I had. And I don't know if it was necessarily the coaching, it was, but it has a lot to do with the personnel and the way that the team performed under that coaching staff. Now you have a new coach that comes in on the defensive side of the ball. The offense is going to score. Not worried about that, but you got to be able to score, to stop people from scoring, and not every game should be a shootout and you praying for your quarterback to not make a mistake, because he will.
He
Because
will.
he
Yeah.
will. He
Yeah.
will. We've seen it. We've seen it.
Yeah. I call y'all the Bengals of the NFC. If you like this video, now is a perfect time to take a second and hit that like button and leave us a comment in the comment section below because the Bengals are
Ugh.
the exact same. Like the Bengals, it's like, I know they're going to score. So you just have to score with them.
I like that. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
write that one down. I'm gonna have to steal that one.
Yeah.
We're the
It's,
Bengals
it's,
of the NFC.
and even think about the weapons, like
Yeah.
having, the quarterback and then Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. It's like, it's a perfect, it's like a perfect
It
thing.
is. It is.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
I didn't even think of it that way. But now
It's,
that you brought that to my attention, dang it.
yeah. Yeah. For better or for worse, right? For better or for
No
worse.
doubt. No doubt. At least
So,
they
okay.
went to the Super Bowl. They did go to the
Well,
Super Bowl.
I wasn't gonna say it, but there's that. So okay, so draft happens. I actually agree with you. I do think that Cowboys had a really good draft. What's one word you use to describe the draft?
Um, appealing.
Hmm.
Appealing.
What a good word.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is an appealing draft because of the misses that you had before. Are you
Mm,
able to go and fill those voids and find the leadership in guys that will be on rookie deals, will be able to come in and immerse themselves into a brand new defense? They're going to be learning the same time all the other defensive players are there. So the ability to pick it up and grasp it is going to be important for everybody. But if you can get
yeah.
somebody that has that kind of football knowledge and intelligence, as what we've heard about Caleb Downs and what we've seen actually, because the University of Texas
Guilty.
played them so many times because we saw him when he was at Alabama and we saw him
Mm-hmm.
twice when he was at Ohio State.
Yeah.
So you
Shout out to him
definitely
being at
have.
Alabama though. That
Exactly,
like,
exactly, exactly. So
I
at
love
least
it.
we know what we've seen from him as
Mm-hmm.
far as the knowledge and being able to grasp different coordinators and make it happen quickly. So I've been really impressed with that. So appealing is what I would go with when you look at this Dallas Cowboy team.
I like that word. I love that word. So, okay, I like to say as football junkies, as I feel like you are along with me, we are nerds and we want to know. We know who our day one pick is. That's great. But however, we all know the draft really starts day two, day three. So
Mhm.
I would love to know, like, who do you think your day three or day two or day three pick could end up being a steal for your team that maybe people are talking about, but maybe no one's really talking about that you're really thinking about.
And it's funny that you asked me that because I had literally just got done watching some film about this wide receiver, and his name is Anthony Smith, and he played at
Okay.
East Carolina. He's a physical wide receiver. And when I say he's physical, that means he catches the ball and he looks to punish people that try to come and punish him. So he may be a guy that, with all the crazy turmoil that the Dallas Cowboys have in the wide receiver room, he may be a guy that kind of jumps into the fray with those other guys and was like, hey, y'all drafted me for a reason. Let's
Yeah.
see what ends up happening here.
Okay, I love that. And then who do you think will make like the one player that will make the most like the biggest immediate impact?
Well, I 100% believe it's going to be Caleb Downs. I think
Okay.
he's a starter from day one. I think he's already, been in the playbook. He was in Dallas. They're doing the mini camps now. I think this guy soon as he walks into the building, he's a superstar. And when Darren Woodson gives his stamp of approval on a player like that, that's all I need to know. And Darren Woodson said it on draft night. They got him one
Yeah.
because people game recognize game, and
Yep.
when people see that, they truly understand what the person's talents are. So my day one is going to be Caleb Downs. If I
Okay.
have to pick another one, it's going to be Jashawn
Mm,
Barham from Michigan, the edge and weak side linebacker. I think
yeah.
he's going to be a guy that could come in and help, because one thing about Overshawn, we hope he can stay healthy. They
Mm,
brought in D Winters from San Francisco, which is a great pickup for the Dallas Cowboys, which is why I kept saying this is an appealing team, because there's so many pieces that have been picked up by the Cowboys, and they're there to correct some of the bad things that they've had. You know that they took 5 of their 7 picks were on the defensive side of the
yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
5 of their
They
7 because they needed it.
I love that. And again, like that's similar to the Bengals. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like, yeah. No, I love that. I always say I love when I watch a draft and when you look at a team draft and you go, okay, I get it. Like I see what they're trying to do. Obviously, the players still have to hit, it still has to work.
Yeah.
But those are my favorites when I can look at a team and go, okay, they're at least trying to do the things.
Right.
So that's important. I love that. So is there a player that you all passed on that multiple times that you were thinking, we're gonna get him, and then you just didn't that you think will come back to haunt you?
Well, the only one would be Sonny Styles, but he never got to us. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying?
God,
So
he
Sonny
was my
Styles,
yeah,
yeah. So, but what is our alternate? Caleb Downs. I mean,
yeah.
it's a
That team was
win-win
so
situation.
loaded.
Yes, yes. And you
Yeah.
look at how many guys they had go in the first round. I think they had 5 guys in the first round that
4 in the
were
top 11.
4 in the top 11. So you start looking at that team and you see why they were playing for championships and why
Yeah.
they were looked at as the team to beat for multiple years. But if there was one guy, and the reason being is because he's in our division, it would be
Mm,
Sonny Styles. It would be Sonny
yeah.
Styles. That was the only one other than Caleb Downs that I was like, don't trade, don't do nothing. One of them is gonna fall to you. Keep your picks unless you're gonna get rid of those ones on the back end. I'm fine with that. But those top line draft picks,
Yeah.
don't give them up. Don't give them up. No.
I'm being stingy with those. I love it.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
love it. Okay, so here comes the question and you know how to answer it, okay? Don't mess this up, okay? What would a successful season look like for the Cowboys this year?
Super Bowl.
That's the only right
That's
answer.
the only answer
Like,
you're gonna
that's the
get from
only
me.
answer.
For it to be a beautiful season, the Cowboys have to go to the Super Bowl. And here's why. Here's why. Because we've seen the success and what it could get you with a 13-3 record. It got you nothing. You didn't play for a championship. We see a team that can barely get in with an 11-5. You've seen a team that just missed it with a 7-9-1
Mhm.
record. So none of that stuff even really matters. What truly matters is number one, get a playoff win. Number two, play for the NFC championship and win it, and then go to the Super Bowl. I'm not even asking for the Super Bowl. I'm tongue in cheek when I say Super Bowl. I want to be the last team playing on Sunday to decide who's going to the Super Bowl from the
That's fair.
NFC. That's all I'm caring about
Yeah, that's
because at
fair.
least that shows that you made some progress. You got
Mhm.
the wins, and I know it sucks not getting to the Super Bowl. There's only going to be one champion at the end of the year, but at
Yeah.
least give yourself an opportunity to say, we showed progress by getting to the championship game in the NFC East. I mean, in the NFC, period.
And then people can be like, "Y'all almost made it." So it's like
Yeah,
a little
they're
bit
going
of
to
a
hate us anyway. They're going to hate it no matter what. Oh, same
if they
old
to the
Cowboys,
Super
same old
Bowl,
Cowboys. Yeah.
yeah, would you try to go? Is that
Oh,
somewhere is that
absolutely.
some okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Because not only are we the home of the Houston Texans, we're also the home of the Cowboys. So we have the Cowboys on 98.1 KVET, and we have the Texans on AM 1300 The Zone. So
Got it.
I'm covered. I'm going.
Listen, if the I've always said, if the Cowboys ever make it back to the Super Bowl, I've been saying for years somehow the Steelers and Cowboys will end up there. First of all, that Super Bowl would be ridiculously expensive. But if the Cowboys ever make it to the Super Bowl, those tickets are going to be so expensive. I
No
mean,
doubt.
the way the tickets prices are when they're in the playoffs, and then as soon as they lose, the way they just drop, like they're going to be so pricey. So if you're
Because
a Cowboys fan,
they're Texas fans. They
yeah,
do
start
it
saving
because just
money.
like Texas, just like Texas. So if you look if Texas is going somewhere, you look at
Yeah.
everybody's weekly prices. When Texas comes in, it seems like the ticket prices triple, no
Yeah.
matter where they're at, no matter where
Yeah.
they are. Same thing
I
with the
guess
Cowboys.
the Texas money skipped me. Like, I don't understand, like,
I'm telling
why
you,
everybody thinks,
why does everybody think we got it like that, right? I'm
right,
like, no,
right. Like,
we watching on TV just like everybody else.
can we send emails, like, for these ticket prices? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that it's insane. It's actually insane. So because some of these teams are, like, so bad, I'm like, "There's no way." Oh, it's because Texas is coming into town. Because like,
Exactly.
come on.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
Also, well, what position group worries you the most at this point? Obviously, we're new to this, but like what position group are you looking at and you're going, okay, guys, like please.
Well, the one thing that obviously I said we probably are the historically the worst defensive team in Dallas Cowboy history and possible NFL history. So there's so many different areas that I could go with this conversation, but I have to say the secondary. The secondary is something that I'm gonna be worried about until I'm not.
Okay.
Because they got to be able to stop these wide receivers. If you look at the NFC East, it's loaded with big play wide receivers. And the reason why I call them big play is because they all made big plays against the Dallas Cowboys secondary. So they're all big play players. And if they can slow down some of these guys, I think it'll be very, very positive for what the Cowboys were able to do, especially
Yeah.
when you get a chance to think about this guy and what he brings to the table every single week. I mean, let's keep it 100, you know? you
I
thought
just
you thought Dak wasn't
I
gonna make an
just
appearance? You didn't think Dak was gonna
I
make an
just
appearance?
can't. I will be honest and say too, I believe you might be one of the first Dak people that I met that were like, I don't know why y'all don't understand he's not the problem. Like you were the first person that was like, it's not him. It's not him. No, I know he does make mistakes sometimes. I know he does, but it's not him. Like you were the first
Exactly. It's
person.
not.
You
It's not. Let's look at the numbers. The numbers don't lie. Since he's been in the league, the Cowboys offense has
yeah,
been near the
true.
top every single time. When Dak Prescott is healthy, it is a top 5 offensive team
Yeah.
every time. And
Yeah.
the only problem is the defense gives up too much. And then all of a sudden, he's got to make a miracle play and messes up on that play. And then everybody's like, he's the donkey. He's
Yeah.
terrible. He's the worst football player to ever play. And I'm like, do y'all realize he was second in MVP voting? Like,
They
he
no.
was second in MVP voting last year
I
or
would
two
take Dak
seasons
in
ago.
Pittsburgh in a second. I don't care. Like
I thought,
at this
remember, we
point,
thought he was going. Because
at
when they
this
weren't going to
point,
give him the contract, we all thought he
yeah.
might be going to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Oh, Dak. Yeah. And so yeah. I but you're the first person like from day one, like as soon as I can remember, you were like, he's not the problem. Like, let me
Yep,
tell you something. We have problems and it's not him. And I was like, well, you know what? You're probably right.
no doubt.
So yeah. So okay, what do you think this team does better than most teams in the NFL?
Score points. I mean, uh, I get a lot of flack because of what we just talked about how the offense does what it does. I was at the forefront talking about we need to make sure that we sign Brandon Aubrey because everybody acts
Mm,
like you can just find a kicker in the NFL. We've seen so many kickers that aren't good end
mhm.
up costing those teams. And he's a guy that I call him the 3-point shooter. He's the Steph Curry. He can shoot it from any range
Yeah.
and knock it down. And possessions matter in the NFL. So when you get a chance to get points, no matter what, use that platform. Oh, we can find him. We just found him at the soccer field. And I'm like, you go find a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys that play soccer. There's a lot of guys that kick the ball, but they're not all in the NFL. Not all of them can
Facts.
make it, you know.
Yeah.
Cameron Dicker is getting paid now
Oh,
because he
yeah.
was somebody that was great in college, but nobody wanted to draft him or sign him. So he ends up kicking for 3 different teams in the same season, and now he's a Pro Bowl kicker. It is
Yeah.
important to have that. And
Yeah.
so don't take it for granted and think that, oh, we can just go find another guy because there's going to be some drives that stall that you need points.
You know what's funny is I people who watch the Super Bowl still not realizing how important special teams is. I can't. That means you're not watching football at this point.
Exactly.
Like field position, field goals. Like that was what that game was about. And if you didn't see it that way, I honestly don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
But
What was you watching? You
yeah,
know?
yeah,
Yeah.
probably waiting for the halftime show.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't blame them.
Baboni, baboni.
Yeah, and I do not blame them. So before I get to the fun questions, because I thought it would be cool to have some fun questions, I just had a Mike McCarthy question
Okay.
because I know I listened to you the whole time that you had Mike McCarthy, and I think there was two things. The one thing I remember you like complaining about and being like, "Oh my gosh, it's the clock management." The
He's the
clock
absolute
management thing.
worst. Yep.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that that was correct. That
Correct.
was the thing. Okay.
Correct.
Was there anything else that you were focused on? Because I remember that came up all the time, but I didn't know if I couldn't remember if there was anything else that you were like,
I really didn't. That clock management always bothered me and it drove me nuts. But the other part of it is when you look at what Mike McCarthy was, he seemed like all he cared about was the offense. And
okay,
that's why you had guys like Eberflus that were there and the different coordinators that we
fair.
ended up having. It's like, no, man, care about that just as much as you do the offense because you're slipping on that
Yeah.
part of it. And that is what's costing this team. Offense has never been the problem. It has
Yeah.
always been about this defense. And I'm hoping that Christian Parker is the answer to bring in those guys that fit his style that are going to make the Cowboys better. But good
Yeah.
luck with Mike McCarthy because I was going to ask you that. I was going to say, now that you have Mike, what's the he's a Pittsburgh guy, so he
Yeah.
understands like tears coming out of his eyes at the
Yeah.
press conference thinking about his dad and his family
Yeah.
and all that being back home. But there's a lot of pressure when you come back home, especially
A
when you're
ton.
replacing a guy like
A
Mike
legend.
Tomlin, yeah, that
Yeah.
has been there forever, never had a losing season, whatever that's
Hmm.
worth. But it's the reality of the job, and being a hometown kid is going to be difficult for him.
I agree. And it's interesting too because his weakness is what the Steelers are known for, and that's defense.
Hmm.
But it's also we're starving for offense. I mean, to the point where I like make videos sometimes and I'm like, as long as we can get to 20 points, like that is like, I don't cry. Because I'm like, our defense will be able to hold them, like
Yeah,
teams play us and they're scoring 37, they play us and they score 17. So that's
right.
always been our battle cry. So as I don't even know what to think as a fan, I'm excited because it's like it's going to be something different. Obviously, Mike Tomlin he just ran a different ship. It was just different. So
Right.
now I'm like, okay, so do I have to be upset if they get to 20? Does that mean we could potentially get to 30? Like, is that what the
Right.
game we're playing? That's new for me. I mean, I've had Coach Tomlin for 19 seasons. Like,
19 seasons.
it
19
got to the point
seasons.
when certain teams would score like 20 points, I was like, all right, we might be screwed. We need an interception here because I knew
Right.
our offense, whatever. So it's exciting and nerve-wracking because I don't know. I honestly just don't know. I don't know what this is going to be like. And to be fair, the only offensive coach I've ever had on any teams that I've supported has been Coach Sark. And he stresses me out more time. so,
He
so when I'm
too is
yelling at
trying to
him,
figure out. Yeah, he's trying to figure out what's next for him too.
exactly. So that's how I feel. I don't really know how to feel. I just know that I'm excited because it's different. It's something I've never experienced before with the Steelers. And it's also weird. Everybody's gone through coaching moves and I'm like, oh, is this how y'all felt all these years? Every time you get a new coach? Is this what
Exactly.
it feels like?
Exactly.
Like, I didn't get it. So yeah, the draft was weird for me too. So it's just weird. So
Right.
listen, I know one thing, he better come out there and win football games. I mean, I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to
I
the
would just
club.
I would just leave it at that. So because that's this fan base is ready to unleash. So because
Right.
it is what it is. But yeah, I'll just leave that alone. But okay, fun round. I'm excited about this because I totally made this up in my I literally made all of these questions up in my mind. And I'm like, this is gonna be so fun because I'm curious.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. So for your Dallas Cowboys, these are just quick answers. So quarterback confidence on a scale from 1 to 5. 5 being the highest.
5. As you can see, Dak
Okay.
Prescott. That's my guy. Confidence levels on 5. I have no
Okay.
doubt in what he's going to do. So my
Okay.
confidence level is 5.
Okay. Fair. Your coaching staff trust level from 1 to 5.
I'm gonna go 3. I'm
Okay.
gonna go
Fair.
3. Um, we got to
Okay.
see what Christian Parker can do. He hasn't led a defense before. He hasn't been the play caller. He hasn't been that guy, but he's been very innovative, and that's what the
Okay.
Cowboys are doing. So we'll see what Christian Parker can be as a play caller. You also got to look at special teams, and of course, Shotty's been just fine with what he's been able to do on that offense, but there are some questionable calls and situations. So I'm gonna go at 3.
Okay. Who do you think is going to carry the team this year, offense or defense?
I think I'm hopeful it's the defense, but as always, I think it's going to lean back on to the offense because of the playmakers. That's if your guy George Pickens decides he wants to play and if he's going to show up. So that's the other part of that too. So
Well,
I would say as of right now to be the offense again.
and just because he shows up doesn't mean he's ready to play. I'm just
Exactly.
saying. I'm
Exactly.
just saying.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. If you could trade drafts with any other team that drafted this year, who would it be?
It's
You
a
just take
great
picks.
question.
Yeah, you take their picks, they take your picks. Whose picks would you want?
Hmm, that's interesting. If I could take any draft, whose would it be? I would say the Lions.
Mm,
The Lions. The Lions are a team that drafts physicality. It's a team that
true.
drafts for need.
It's true.
It's a team that understands what their division is. So for me, I would do the Detroit Lions.
That's a really I never would have thought you would say that. Okay. I love that.
Who'd you think I would
It
say?
I didn't know
Oh,
that.
okay.
Like, this is one of those questions that I like because I always like to have a question where it's like, huh, there's like literally 31 options.
Yep.
And that was so I don't know. I think this is going to be my favorite question because everyone has different team needs also. So
Right.
everyone's going to want something different. So I love that. And then if you this is gonna be funny. If you have a if your team had a this always happens moment, what is that?
Bad clock management, penalties, and interceptions at the wrong time. So
Mm,
so those are the 3 things that always end up happening. We get a false start, a holding, pass interference. We definitely suck at clock management, and that includes Dak. I mean, he sees the clock as well as Mike McCarthy did. I think those are the things that just always kind of hang in the balance for us as Cowboys fans.
okay. And then the last question for the fun round. If you could send a message to the team's owner slash GM, what would that message say?
I would say, Jerry, I need you to understand that the clock is ticking, my friend. And for you to be able to build a winner has to start right now and give up some of the control that you think you have and to go have dinner with Jimmy Johnson because we need that.
Yeah. Yeah. Rekindle that. Like get that
Exactly.
ugliness out of there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's let it go.
And no
Um
doubt.
yeah, I love that. Okay, well, we have time, so I have to ask you a Texas question
Okay.
because why
Of
would I not ask
course.
you a Texas question?
Okay. Yeah.
If you could pick one game that you were really excited because now this year we're playing like a new set of like teams. Like obviously we still have Ohio State, but we're kind of playing a
Yeah.
new set of teams. If you could pick one game, not Ohio State, not even A&M, who are you like excited to see Texas play this year? That is somebody that they didn't play last year. Like who is the team where you're like, you know what? I'm kind of interested to see what this is going to look like.
LSU.
Mm,
LSU at the swamp at LSU
at the swamp. Yeah.
is something that when you think about their history and the last time that Texas played them, we got messed out of the next opportunity that next year because of COVID. So we
Yeah.
didn't get a chance to play at LSU. You got Lane Kiffin over there now. You have Sam Levitt, the kid that played us while he was at Arizona State.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an opportunity there of both of these teams being one of the hotter teams in the nation at that time. And people are like, you think it's going to be a night game? I would love for it to be in Death Valley as a night game, but I don't want it to be a night game there. I do not want it to be a night game there. I want it to be a 2:30 kickoff, whatever it may be, so we can get in and get the
And
hell
get
out
out.
of there. Exactly. I want to get
It's
in
funny.
and get the hell out.
There are some stadiums that I always laugh at. I'm like, I'm gonna support my team. I don't know if I can wear the full gear though.
Exactly.
LSU was one of those stadiums. Being a Steelers fan, going into the Brown Stadium is one
Oh,
of those.
wow.
Like, there's
Yeah,
certain there's certain stadiums that you have to be aware of your surroundings.
exactly.
So that's
Exactly.
actually really funny. That's funny. It's a good point. And
Yeah.
and having said that, Arch Manning going back to Louisiana, it will be a
Yeah.
7 o'clock game, and it
I
will be
know. I know. I
yeah.
know.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna be
always
busy.
I blame Arch Manning for this schedule, by the way. Having Tennessee, having Ole Miss, having LSU, all of that is because of him. Like we can act like it's not, but it's because of Arch Manning.
I agree
So,
with you 100%. It just feels right
it
because
just fits.
this is that from all accounts, this will be his farewell tour.
Yeah.
So this is
Although,
whether
although
hmm
his dad 2 times has been like, he has 2 years left. I'm like, I hear you, Dad.
Yeah,
Like every
yeah,
time you say it, I'm
yep.
listening. So
Everybody's paying attention to that.
I'm like, you're not sneaky, okay? You're not sneaky. Anyways, awesome. Well, thank you for joining me. You know, I appreciate you every time I can chat with you about football, really about anything, even if I'm just randomly being like, hey, blah, 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 blah. You're like, oh, yeah, yeah, or whatever it is. And then anytime I ever have a series or anything, you're always just like, I think I know a guy. I think I know somebody because that's like your nickname is like, I know a guy or I know somebody. It's like, so there's that. And also, a lot of people know this that watch my channel. They know my fascination with Chipper Jones when I was a child. And so, just so everybody is aware, Harge is friends with Chipper Jones. And so, every time there's like a Chipper Jones anything, I'm like, that's my friend, like because I think I'm him. So, anyways, so thank you for just like being a part of anything I do. You're always amazing, and I appreciate that. We'll end on you. Anything that you want to say, and then before we end, just so everybody knows, all of your information will be in the description box. I will put it there so everybody can click on it, find it, have access to it, have access to you, and all of those fun things.
I appreciate that. And your boy Chipper Jones' birthday was Friday. So
Oh, well, happy
yeah,
birthday, Chipper.
yeah. I let him know that you said happy birthday as well.
Yes. Yeah. I probably used to think it was my birthday. Like for those people that get to the end of this and don't know, like I thought I was Chipper Jones when I was a child. I was obsessed with the Braves and the Smoltz and the Avery Johnson. Like Avery, that was his name. That came out so easy.
No, Steve
Um,
Avery. Steve
Steve
Avery.
Avery,
Yeah.
all of those guys,
Yeah.
that was my team. I think everybody that was black was probably a Braves fan, but and then walks Chipper, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my god,
And he
and then
thought he
Gary,
was black at that time. You know what I'm saying? Chipper
yeah,
thought he was black at that
yeah, of course he did. Like, how could you
time.
not? So anyway, so that's where that comes from is just my fascination with the Braves. So and yeah, I just wanted to play his position. So there's
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Oh my god, and Javi, is it Javi Lopez was the
Javi
catcher?
Lopez. That's right.
Oh my gosh. Like you couldn't tell
Yep.
me anything. I was a
Yep.
baseball player. I didn't care what
Yep.
anybody said. Anyways.
Yeah. You knew what you were talking about. I like
Yeah,
that.
I
I like
loved
that.
it. I loved it. Well, what on you? Anything you want to say?
Well, first and foremost, thank you for always having me and reaching out to me. And open door policy. You call me anytime, I got you. But more importantly, I'm so proud of you because when you first started this, you were kind of nervous going into it. You
Mhm.
didn't know if you were going to do it. And you're like, hey, let me test the waters here and there. And you ended up jumping all the way in and you've done a great job. I've seen a lot of your work. I know you have one guy that comes on with you all the time talking about Pittsburgh stuff. So it's
Yeah.
been really cool to watch your journey. So I wanted to tell you congratulations and keep up the good work.
Thank
So I
you.
appreciate that. As far as me, yeah, I told you at the beginning, I'm Mike Hardball Harge. You can follow me on social media at Hardball Harge. I do SEC network games for the University of Texas, but my day to day is being able to wake up every morning, give you infotainment on AM 1300 The Zone, 7 to 9 a.m. It's called the Morning Kickoff. Morning Kickoff, and you can find
Mhm.
it on the iHeart app. And as she mentioned at the very beginning, we are on YouTube. So follow AM 1300 The Zone on YouTube. and you'll be able to see our show every morning.
So good. Anyways, thank you, Harj. You are amazing. And I appreciate the kind words. I really do. Because sometimes I feel like I'm just on a, just on a thing. I'm like, I'm just
Yep.
going.
It
So I
happens that
appreciate that.
way. Yep.
Yeah,
It
I
happens.
appreciate that. Well, who knows when I'll talk to you again about something, but I'm sure I'll come up with something in my mind.
I know you
So
got it. I know you got it.
yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.